Hi, I'm Life Coach Landry, and the topic is 20 ways for dealing with difficult people. Believe it or not, you can stay calm, diffuse conflict, and keep your dignity. Now, this might be at work, it might be with a friend, or you just have a dramatic partner in your life that you're trying to get rid of or you're trying to deal with because you're not sure where you're going yet. We've all been there trying, to reason with an incredibly difficult person. The situation proves frustrating, maddening, and sometimes even frightening. The truth is, you can't reason with an unreasonable person. Okay, if someone's irrational, they're irrational. However, there are proven techniques to better manage such a dicey situation. So, we're gonna go through 20 short, quick, little reasonable tips for you to kind of handle. These tips might feel unnatural at first when you're dealing with a person behaving unreasonably, but the fear response center in your brain, or the flight, fight, freeze part, is going to be activated. This part of the brain can distinguish between, a customer that's yelling at you or a vicious dog that's about to attack you. It's up to you to, engage your conscious mind in order to diffuse the situation. Some of these tips are general, suggesting a mindset to cultivate, while others are more specific and advise you of what to do in the actual moment. So let's get started. Number one, listen. Pretty obvious, right? Listening is the number one step in dealing with unreasonable people. Everyone wants to feel heard. No progress can take place until the other person feels acknowledged. While you're listening, really focus on what the other person is saying and not what you want to say next. Some people, when they're listening, they're actually just listening for keywords so that they can have a defense. Listen. Number two, stay calm. When a situation is emotionally charged, it's easy to get caught up in the heat of the moment. Monitor your breathing. Try to take some slow, deep breaths. Number three, don't judge. You don't know what the other person is going through. Chances are, if a person is acting unreasonable, they're likely, feeling some sort of vulnerability or fear that you may not completely have transparency into yet. Take some time to know the information and don't judge too quickly. Number four, reflect, respect, and dignify towards the other person. Okay. So no matter how a person is treating you, showing you contempt will not help productivity resolve the situation. Simple enough. Number five, look for a hidden need. What is the person really trying to gain? What is this person really trying to avoid? Okay, ask yourself those two questions. Number six, look for others around you who might be able to help. If you're at work and there's an irate customer or an irate employee, quickly scan to see if a colleague is close by, bring them a situation. Often it'll diffuse it, or they'll feel foolish for, acting a certain way in front of too many people. Number seven, don't demand compliance. For example, telling someone who's upset to be quiet or to calm down will just make him or her irate. Instead, ask the person what they're upset about and allow them to vent. Now, if they're being physically or verbally abusive towards you, berating you, putting you down, making you feel like garbage, or obviously physically attacking you, you don't just demand compliance. You need to boot that person, get them the hell out of your way. Okay, so let's make sure that caveat's there. We're talking about people who maybe are just have some tears rolling down their eyes, and you can tell their tone's up a little bit. But if you're being disrespected, then you demand compliance with get the hell out of your space. Okay, number eight. Saying I understand usually makes things worse. Instead, say, tell me more so I can understand better. Because let's be honest, you probably clearly do not have total transparency into what the hell's going on. So you're probably sitting there scratching your head inside your mind going, what? So if you're doing those things, then ask questions. It never hurts to ask for clarity. Number nine, avoid smiling, as this may look like you're mocking the person. Humor can sometimes lighten the mood, but more often, you got to be careful because it depends on whether the person knows you. If it's a partner, of course, they know if you smile and you're a jokester, that might happen. But if you're talking to someone who doesn't know you and you do that, they may take that the wrong way. Which leaves me to number 10. Don't act defensively. This is tough. You're naturally not enjoying the other person saying nasty things or acting a certain way, right? So you're going to want to defend yourself. It's a natural state. But the other person is too emotionally revved up. In every situation, one person must be the adult. Okay, there must be an adult in every bad situation. It's not going to help. Remember, this is not about you, so don't take it personally. Easier said than done, but don't take it personally. Number 11, don't return anger with anger. Ever heard fire with fire never works? Raising your voice, pointing your finger, or speaking disrespectfully to the other person will add fuel to an already heated situation. Use a low, calm voice even monotone voice. Don't try to talk over the other person. Wait until the other person takes a breath and then speak. Now, if they're one of those people that talk and they don't shut up, it may be better to say, as much as I want to listen to you at this point, it's better that we walk away and calm down and revisit this. Number 12, don't argue or try to convince the other person of anything. That's it. Number 13, keep extra space between you and the other person. Your instinct may be to try to calm the other person by putting your arms on theirs or some other similar gesture that may be appropriate. Like you want to hug or you want to grab their arm if they're not totally they're not turning towards you. But if someone is already upset, avoid touch, period. There's no reason, you're grown adults, you don't need to touch each other. Keep everything verbal. Like I said, there's no reason for a physical response to a verbal problem. 14, saying I'm sorry or I'm going to try to fix things can go a long way towards diffusing many situations. Pretty straightforward. Number 15, set limits and boundaries. While some of the above tips have encouraged listening and letting an angry person vent, you also have the right to be assertive and say, please don't talk to me like that, or we're going to have to end the conversation. Number 16, trust your instincts. If your gut is saying this is going downhill fast, be ready to do what you need to do to remain safe. Look for an exit strategy and exercise it. Number 7, one response does not fit all. You have to remain flexible. Remember, when people are upset and you're not, they don't have the luxury that you do right now of being rational. Although these guidelines have proven effective in de-escalating tough situations, every person's unique. So, think about that. You may need to respond differently. Number 18, debrief. After the situation is over, talk to someone about what happened. If it got heated, then talk about some clarity. Remember, if it's a loved one, they should never be able to treat you like that indefinitely. So you need to revisit and make sure it's done, it's kaput, or they need to revisit you. If it's someone you don't know, then just talk to someone about what happened. It'll just feel better in general. Number 19, discharge your own stress. You had to put up, your natural reactions on hold. You'd had to put them on lock away for a little while. Now's the time to discharge some of that pent up adrenaline that you were feeling. Okay, go for a run, take a dog for a long walk. Don't let the emotions stay stuck in your body. Number 20, give yourself credit for getting through an uncomfortable situation. It takes a lot of energy not to act like an asshole or be a bitch when someone else is behaving badly. So don't skip this step. Okay, give yourself credit. When someone completely acts out of line and you're able to remain calm, give yourself a pat on the back. It's hard to do. Human nature is to defend and fight. And, some people aren't conflict people, so they passively do things. So it's better to reward yourself because it'll help you let go of it as well. Okay? So if you'd like to book a personal session, contact me at the email below. And if you found this information of value, show your appreciation by clicking the PayPal donation link below. And I will talk to you soon.